Greetings, my name is Wes Braddock and I'm the proud principal of Mar Vista High School. Today, in our focus on athletics at Mar Vista High School, you are going to have the opportunity to meet three young people that I am extremely proud of, as is our school. They are Jimmy Hill, Kristen Jondro, and Andres Preciado. Jimmy Hill and Andres are football players, and Kristen is a softball player, among other things. Many of these athletes participate in more than one sport. But to me, they epitomize the student athlete. They excel in the classroom, they excel on the field, they make us all proud here in Imperial Beach and at Mar Vista High in particular, and they make their parents proud, which I know for a fact, having spoken to their parents many, many times. So enjoy your little snapshot of what life in terms of academics as well as athletics is like at Mar Vista High.
Hi, I'm Coach Rick Nichols from Mar Vista High School, Lady Mariners softball. This is Kristen Gendro. She's a senior. She's a four-year starter here at Mar Vista. She is going to be our starting shortstop this year. She's been a first or second team all-league player her first 3 years. She's signed to play at Cardinal Stritch University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She's received an academic and athletic scholarship, full ride.
Well, playing for Mar Vista has been incredible these past 4 years. It's taught me a lot. It's taught me how to work from being a freshman and just how to grow up and just succeed and doing your best and playing with heart and playing for your school and representing not what's on the back of your jersey but what's in the front of your jersey. And it's going to teach me to go from being at high school and just going to college and just transitioning and doing what I can and taking what I learned from being here and going to college and trying to do my best and make more records, break more records.
You've worked a long time to get to the point where somebody would offer you a scholarship. Talk about the time and sacrifice and hard work that you've put in, without making it about yourself, but give us a day in the life of.
So for me,
just a second. Go ahead.
After high school season is over, I don't stop playing softball. I play softball year-round, and I'm on a travel ball team. It's the San Diego Renegades 18U Gold team with Coach Stern. And I practice twice a week until the high school season happens again. I sacrifice my nights, I sacrifice my summers, I sacrifice just everything, and it's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of time and effort to be put in, but I know at the end it's all worth it and it's going to happen.
Talk about the academics. How hard, talk about your GPA, how much of a focus academics is, and how this college scholarship will help you reach your goal.
Academics is very, very important when it comes to being recruited, because without a good GPA and without a really good SAT score, colleges aren't even going to give you the time of the day. They're going to try to make something work. You have to do that yourself. You have to go home and you have to know that I have homework due, I have an assignment, I have a test to study for, and I need to get what's to be done if I want to go to school. And you have to carry that on when you go to college too as well, because you're going to have set times that you have to do everything in. After high school season is over, I don't stop playing softball. I play softball year-round, and I'm on a travel ball team. It's the San Diego Renegades 18U Gold team with Coach Stern. And I practice twice a week until the high school season happens again. I sacrifice my nights, I sacrifice my summers, I sacrifice just everything, and it's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of time and effort to be put in, but I know at the end it's all worth it and it's going to happen. Academics is very, very important when it comes to being recruited, because without a good GPA and without a really good SAT score, colleges aren't even going to give you the time of the day. They're going to try to make something work. You have to do that yourself. You have to go home and you have to know that I have homework due, I have an assignment, I have a test to study for, and I need to get what's to be done if I want to go to school. And you have to carry that on when you go to college too as well, because you're going to have set times that you have to do everything and finish everything.
Several girls, Kristen basically did this herself. I believe I helped with a letter I wrote a letter for her. I've written hundreds of letters of recommendation for my girls, and it helps our program in that these girls that come in and for instance, we have 4 freshmen probably going to play for us this year, and they're going to look and see what she's done and what she's accomplished in her all league and the 4-year college she's going to. This is nothing but a plus for the program.
My name's Tyler Arciaga. I'm the head football coach and teacher here at Mar Vista High School. I'm here with Jimmy Hill, who is our running back from this past season, a senior running back headed to Harvard University. Our program, this is my first year here with my staff. The previous staff did a nice job in setting some precedents of tradition of winning and going to the playoffs, and we're looking forward to continuing that. Running a little different offense than what the previous coaching staff did. There's some bumps in the road, but ultimately, another way we measure success is by how we put kids into college and getting them exposed to opportunities to play at the next level. And Jimmy Hill is a prime example of that. Again, being a running back, also helped out on defense as an outside linebacker and strong safety. Rushed for about 1,900 plus yards this year, was number 2 back in the county, first team All-CIF, along with Andres Preciado, who's not here right now, but he was also first team All-CIF as an offensive lineman. And ultimately, what Jimmy's been able to do is show that you don't have to go to another school. You can go to your neighborhood school, stay here in IB if you're from IB, and you can go on to Harvard. You can go on to Boise State and other things. As long as you're good enough, people will find you. So you don't have to go off. You don't have to feel that you have to go off to other schools in order to get those opportunities. They're right here in your local neighborhood schools. So we're really proud of Jimmy and what he's done for not only for the school, but for the community itself of Imperial Beach. Because now, when there's local Pop Warner kids that are playing their games here at Imperial Beach, they can feel that they have an opportunity to go to Harvard. They have an opportunity to go to Boise State. So, again, just really happy with Jimmy and really proud of his accomplishments.
Coach. Cool. So, for me, my career here at Mar Vista has been a very interesting one. I started playing football as a freshman, never knew about the game before then, joined it because I wanted to make friends, join that family aspect of football. And so I started off with Coach Brian Hay, and he ran the double wing. So that's kind of all I was aware of football-wise, and I ran that for 3 years. So that's kind of what I was accustomed to. So initially when Coach Arciaga came in, he was bringing in this new offense, and of course I was like, oh no, I have to learn this new offense. I was worried, but I'm kind of glad that he came, because it allowed me to try out the new offense and show coaches that I am versatile and that I could run spread, which is more likely something we're gonna run in college. And so I took that approach, in which I was happy that he came. And then as soon as he got here, I realized this was going to be a great fit, because Coach Arciaga's coaching is completely different from Coach Hayes, and he really took notice of the player, each individual player. And so I really love that you could come to him, talk to him about anything, and I feel that's really what allowed me to have such a great season, along with my linemen and all, and me giving 110%, and each one of my teammates giving 110%. So that's why I feel I had a great season, and that's also why I feel I ultimately was recruited by Harvard, was because of both Coach Arciaga's, Coach Batty, and other coaches playing a role in really getting my name out there, so I could be recruited. So I say thank you to them. Okay, well, I'll start with growing up. Academics was really the emphasis and the focus I took when I came to school, and I never really thought sports would allow me to get somewhere to such a great academic institution. However, because I had a great season, that really, got their attention and allowed me to at least go take an official visit to Harvard. And so once I visited, met the coaches, met the players, saw the campus, I instantly fell in love. I didn't want to go in thinking, oh, it's Harvard, you know, I'm going to choose it because of the prestige. I wanted to pick it because I felt comfortable there. The people there are amazing. You know, each one has a different story to be heard. And so that's ultimately why I ended up choosing Harvard. And now that, you know, I have the opportunity to go to Harvard, I'm going to make the most of it, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you know, coming out of high school at Bonita, I was fortunate that Coach Carl Perrick was, you know, really instrumental in helping get my name out and being able to, again, kind of promote to the best of his ability. And you know, I was able to get a full scholarship offer to UNLV, which I took it. And, you know, after a year or two there, I saw that there was a freshman that was going to move ahead of me and being a quarterback. That's kind of like the death wish there, and so you're never really going to play much because there's really no rotation in quarterbacking. So with that, I decided to load up on my classes, get out of there in 3 years, and I still had 2 years of eligibility left. So I went through the recruiting process again and sold myself to 1AA schools, and I ultimately chose Sacred Heart, which is in Connecticut. So, and while I was there, I was able to get my MBA while still playing and getting my college paid for. And I think some of the unique, you know, having that recruiting experience myself, I think I was able to help out Andres, Jimmy, and some of the other kids on the team with some of the different processes and how to deal, because it's overwhelming when you're getting all these calls, you're getting these letters, you know, who's telling you what's right or what's, you know, what's not correct, or who's giving you, you know, things that are not true, or how do I decipher these things. And I think that kind of information, you know, having only gone through the process 13, 14 years ago, some of it has changed with the technological aspect, you know, with Facebook and instant messaging and texting. But the overall aspect, you know, as far as the recruiting process, it's still an inexact science. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And the more exposure you can get is ultimately going to get you better, you know, a better opportunity.
Yeah, so for me, even without football, I felt I still applied to, you know, each of the Ivy Leagues, and I felt, you know, if I couldn't get recruited, I wanted to go to an Ivy League just with my academics. If you look at me specifically, I'm really well-rounded in my eyes. You know, I'm in the ASB, I'm vice president. Like he said, I play football. You know, I have a great GPA. A lot of community service, so I'm well-rounded, and that's really what schools look for. They look for well-rounded individuals, and I feel, yes, again, it was football that allowed me to gain the attention of Harvard, and I feel it was both my grades and like my involvement in my community that actually got me into Harvard. So it was a combination of the two.
Yeah. So, you know, my advice to young aspiring student athletes that want to go and play at the intercollegiate level, it starts in the classroom. And just because the minimum GPA to start playing is 2.0 in high school, you know, when you get to the NCAA, the minimum is 2.3, and you can't think of minimums. You always want to go beyond that, because ultimately, you know, you have kids like Jimmy that have a 4.4, 4.5, or whatever it is. That just broadens their horizons. So they're not just limited to state schools or private institutions that can kind of wiggle them in. You know, you can really broaden your horizons to Ivy League schools, other great schools like University of Chicago, Carnegie Mellon, and other Division III schools that are just fantastic academic institutions. And if you didn't have those types of grades, none of these would be possible. And so, again, you know, getting it done in the classroom, getting it done early. Don't fall behind and wait till you can actually. Or until you're a junior or a senior to try to catch up, because it's not going to work. You got to get it done your 9th and 10th grade year. Everything counts now. And ultimately, like I said, with Mar Vista, you know, with having these two kids here, it's been a pretty rare deal. I don't remember the last time that we've had two kids from Mar Vista go on and play, you know, intercollegiate athletics and football. And so it's just a really proud moment, not only for the school and the football program, but more importantly for the community of IB, because Imperial Beach it's a community that you know, just revolves around, you know, with Mar Vista.
Insanity, I like that. No, I'm going to Harvard. You know, obviously I'm going to go there, give it my all. And actually, Ryan Fitzpatrick came out of Harvard. So it's not impossible. However, I'm also at one of the best academic institutions in the world. So whether I branch off and go into the NFL, or whether I continue on with my academics and go get my MBA, which I'm going to do regardless, I feel, you know, things are looking bright for me. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Offensive lineman Andres Preciado will head for Boise State University on a full-ride scholarship. We wish him well as he majors in engineering.